Okay, I'm back. I didn't have my mic on just now, so you probably couldn't hear me. But I was saying that I accidentally killed OBS Studio trying to get my system to stop misbehaving. So, my apologies. That's what happens when you're a power user and you use Xkill instead of just clicking an X. I clicked on the wrong window and accidentally closed the wrong program. But we should be back in business now, so I hope I didn't lose everyone. But if you're still there, thank you very much. And you'll get to see what it is that I was about to show you. So, just one more minute and I will have it up on screen. Almost there. Alright, here we are. So, yes. Oh wait, it's still showing old pictures. Why are computers? Let me try reloading this page again. It should show you the new... There we go. Right, so I've been working on my templates again, actively, and I'm going to be releasing some pretty soon. This one here I'm most excited about. This is Glamour Pro. You would have seen the original Glamour on stream when I would have created it. That's an open source template that I did live on stream. And then after I said I was going to work on it and build it into something more, well, here it is. Glamour Pro is nearing completion. Basically, it's feature complete. I just have to finish writing the documentation and it will be out there in the wild. So you'll be able to download it. Comes with 4 themes, lots of really cool features, which I could demonstrate actually right now. Maybe I will, or maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm working on that. Also working on Friendly, aka Friendly UI, which is a theme for businesses and professionals. That one is sort of in its infancy of sorts, but it's coming along pretty nicely and I like working on it. You probably have seen it in my YouTube videos if you watch me on YouTube. I have that in about 3 tutorials so far as filler, but yeah, it's been coming along pretty nicely. You can also check out the ones I've released already, which should be Eventide and Photogenic. I don't think I have any others out there yet, but I do have a couple others that are pretty much complete that I have to drop on my store, on my Gumroad store, so you can be awaiting those probably within next week or 2. Those should be out there. Coral Sands is going to be another professional theme similar to Friendly UI, but this one I'm not revealing what that will look like yet. This is not the final design, that's just an original conceptual design that you'll get to see at some point. Now, my apologies if you keep seeing Visual Studio Code appearing in the background. It's right here, and for some reason it's trying to show itself. Hello, Visual Studio Code. I wasn't using you yet. Oh, Navigator is also coming along nicely. This one I'm actually going to show you right now. It's really, really cool. This is one of my favorites. Started as an experiment and it has turned into a, well, I wouldn't say a full theme because it's not completed yet, but it's turned into a theme. So this one I really like because, as you can see, it looks kind of like a compass of sorts. these buttons don't take you anywhere yet. They will, but it has been a lot of work to get this to work as you see it here in CSS. When you actually can grab this theme, you'll be able to see just how much work I put into it, because it's not just a matter of actually building the functionality, but making it optimize and kind of like tying everything together. I try to make sure that when I put together my CSS files that I group as much as I can together so that you don't have a lot of duplication. And when you get to see this code, you will see it is complicated, but as complicated as it is, it produces some cool results. And as you can see, each category changes the background color. It will eventually allow you to open the categories from here and have some more as well, but I'm working on that in the background, so you can wait on that. And oh yes, Peacekeeper is pretty much feature complete as well, also right here documentation, so that's why it's not out there yet, but I can show you that one. And you can actually test this out if you want on my website. One of my favorite themes, to be honest. It's a single page website theme, or template I should say, single page website template, but it's very powerful, as simple as it is. Comes with some really nice animations. I kept it simple, but you can still expand on it as you please. Comes with different variants, and I am planning to add more themes to Peacekeeper as well, to actually retheme the entire page, but for now it rethemes the background to keep things simple and straightforward. But it's very easy to change everything, because with all of my templates I use variables, so everything you see here can be changed by just tweaking variables. So if you want to build themes to these templates, you don't even need to rewrite the entire file, CSS file. You just need to change your variables, and there you go. So that could be done in literally like 5 minutes, and you have an entire new theme. Alright, so that is Peacekeeper. Let me finally show you the one that is really my love child right now. This is just absolutely my favorite theme, my favorite template of all. Coming very, very soon. And by the way, this and Elements I haven't implemented it yet because it has to, you know, get some extra code and stuff like that. But this one and Elements, actually one of the features of them is that you can change the theme on the fly, and it is saved with the page. So every time you reload the page, it will keep that theme. And you can add new themes to these as well very easily by just simply changing variables. So that will be really, really fun to work with. It's fun for me to work with as well. It's how I built my portfolio. If you haven't seen that yet, make sure that you go and check it out. This one is based on Elements actually. I haven't added themes to it, but the functionality is there, so, and I'm always updating my portfolio, so you can check for that soon. But yeah, all this functionality is built into Elements, so you can go and purchase that if you want and build your own portfolio. And just a side note, I built this in between 2 or 3 days, and the longest part of the building process was putting all of my work there because I had so much to go through. But the coding part was so easy because Elements made it a breeze. And Visual Studio Code, why are you trying to get onto the screen, by the way? Yes, I talk to my computer like it's a person, but it's not Google. What do you call it again? I forgot Google's assistant, and it's not Alexa either, so I'm not worried. Or at least maybe I should be a little bit concerned. Okay, so it's not Visual Studio Code, it's just something else is trying to break through there. I don't know what's happening there. Y'all can ignore that, I guess. Anyway, yeah. So you can go check out my portfolio if you like. Take a look at the code as well. so you can get a preview of what elements will be like to use. It is really, really easy and straightforward to use. Well, this one here I have not released yet, but this is what I use on my streaming page, Manduka. It is technically complete, but some of the code is not included in the source as yet. So once I transfer that over, you'll be able to purchase this one as well. And if you haven't seen that page yet, I highly suggest going and checking it out, because I have free downloads, I have stuff you can buy, I've got links, I've got a blog too, but I haven't actually posted anything on it yet. I'm not going to show you because it is not as pretty as it could be, but the blog is there. Yeah, so my streaming schedule is here, software I use. I need to add some links, I didn't even think of that, but yeah, the software I use is here, all my channels are here, everything. You can check out the projects I'm doing, so you'll get to know what's coming up on my streams and what I've already done, like this cucumber website template, teddy bear family. You can find quick links to rewatch the past streams, etc. I have a couple more projects I did recently to add here, which y'all would have seen already. That would be Uncharted. No, not Uncharted Oceans. It's the one with the guy in space. Oh yeah, Between the Worlds of My Mind, and the one for 2022. I can't remember the name of that one, but I have to add those two. And you can also, as I said, grab downloads, including the original Glamour template, but you won't get the cool functionality of Glamour Pro, so make sure when Glamour Pro is released that you go and you purchase it. And as you can see, the original Glamour does not look as cool. I mean, it is still kind of cool, but it's only cool when you actually tweak it a little bit. But yeah, so make sure that you get Glamour Pro when it comes out. It is really epic, trust me. I've been playing around with it, sometimes just staring at it because it looks so good. So y'all go check that out when it is released. Anyway, enough of my blabbering and enough intermission. Let's actually get to the fun stuff for this evening, which hopefully won't take too long because I've already had you on here for like an hour and a piece. So yeah, last week I started to do some experiments in CSS that got interrupted by my ASP. So this week, my ASP seems to be back to normal-ish. I'm going to resume those experiments, but I'm going to start a different one than I did the last time. And that one will be, as I said, changing the color on resizing the page. So I'm going to call this one color change index.html, and we're going to add a CSS file. You know what, let me name this like us British English speaking people do. No offense to my American friends and family, but color has a U in it, okay? It does. It just does. I don't know why it does, but it does. We're gonna have the body and a button, and each of these will actually change color. So just put testing here. Most of the work I'm going to be doing today is in the CSS, so this is all we need for this experiment. Let me open this in the live preview, by the way. Open with live server. Was that 55 or 5,000? I didn't actually read what it said. Oh, Thank you. You open it in Firefox. I forget that Firefox is my default browser just about every day because I don't use it as often as Chrome anymore. And you'd be surprised at my reason for that. The reason for that is Google Chrome actually has some quirks that kind of annoy me. And so as a web designer, to get around my quirks, I develop in Chrome now these days more than in Firefox because I know Firefox will already get it right. Oh. That is interesting. I never thought about that. That the U was added to be more French. I don't know if that is actually technically true, but it probably is, and I wouldn't be surprised. Just like how we use French etiquette when we could just use a fork. Why can't we just use a fork? We don't need a knife and a fork. But I digress. Alright, where am I looking for again? It is, oh yeah, streams, experiments, color change. There we go. Right, I'm gonna put this off to a side. By the way, all you Linux users who have not tried it yet, you have to try the Pop OS or Pop OS. I'm not sure how they choose to pronounce that. Their extension that allows you to resize windows. Like, this is kind of like having a tiling window manager in GNOME Shell. It is so cool. So make sure you try that out. Alright, so for our body, we're gonna give it a background color of var body BG. Body BG, and let's add root. I am typing like a drunk man today. I don't know, wait. Alright, so we're gonna add body BG here. And for now, let's just put this as black. We're gonna change that later, but I just wanna actually see that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Why do I keep forgetting to do this? I forgot to link my CSS. So, CSS, color change. Right, there we go. Now it will reload. Good. Another thing we're going to do is the usual defaults of box sizing, border box, padding of 0, and margin of 0. And this time we're also going to use flex box because I want everything in the center. So display flex, justify content center, align items center, and we're going to put the body at 100 view height, and the width is 100 view width. Now let's style this button. Background color. Wonder why it's not auto completing that one. Background color will be. Why are these spammers always in my chat? Background color will be. Let's go with white for this one. Color will be blue. Oh wait, I just added an extra character there by accident. And width, I'm gonna calculate this one. Then again, let me not do that. That's kind of unnecessary. So let's just go with width of 15 and a height of 10. Something's not right though because this body is not as big as it should be. So let's debug this. 1px solid red. Okay, what is up here? I see. Body's not covered by that wildcard selector. I did not know that. Interesting, you can be using CSS figures and miss tiny details like that. I'll need to write that down. Still, I'm now slightly confused though, because I do remember using that and it worked on the body. I need to look that up and see if I missed something, or if it's just something happening here today, because I'm pretty sure that works. Anyway, margin 0. I should not have to type this over again. Yeah, something's up with this, either the browser or something else, because this shouldn't be working like this. There's clearly a margin here, and I don't know why. Why are computers always so special? Oh, forgot to close that. Did I forget anything else? I don't think I forgot anything else. Alright, so let's give this... Oops. Let's give this a variable. I thought I copied that. My mistake. Okay, clearly something else is up here. Alright, who's the culprit? Because somebody is not closed correctly, I'm assuming. Alright, when in doubt, take something out. That's what I always say, so I'm going to take all this out. Yeah, it's probably something up here. Let me take this out. Aha! I wonder if it was affecting HTML itself. I need to Google that, but not today. Alright, so we fixed that issue. Now, on to the fun stuff. So, we have these two variables and we want to change them according to the screen height or the screen. Let's go with the screen width instead. So we're actually going to calculate them based on the width of the screen by using the calc function. So this here will be RGB, and let me actually use another variable for this. I love nesting variables for some reason. So red is going to be calculated from view width, so 100 view width minus let's go with 500. These numbers will probably be ridiculously out of range, and I could probably use min-max for that, but I am not feeling like googling min-max because I never remember it offhand, so we'll leave it as is. Green we will go with 400, and blue we will go with 300. should have a color somewhere up in here. Alright, let me try changing this around for a second and see what happens. Oh, you know what I forgot? I don't know how I forgot this. Big CSS expert like me and still forgot this. Actually, reality is this is one of the annoying things about this spec is that it should not require you to type var every single time. I get why on a technical level because it's technically a function, but still, that's slightly annoying. Alright, that should work now, but I'm still not seeing anything. So let me try changing these numbers around and see if I have this correct. I'm going to put 600 for everybody. I mean, this experiment should work. There we go. Alright. Maybe it's just that the numbers we're getting are out of range. I'm going to assume that's what it is. I'm gonna keep tweaking these until I see something. Nope, not working. Alright, let me see something here because I can actually print out what the view width is giving us. Button after content is var red. That didn't work. Interesting. This experiment works in my head, I'm pretty sure, and it should work here. So now I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. But how come... Alright, let me double check on this. I'm pretty sure that you can actually print a variable in what you might call it, in a pseudo element. Let me try something here. Just to make sure that this is actually okay, good, it is showing up. Alright. Print variable, or better yet, CSS variable in pseudo element. Oh, that's it. My mistake. I forgot to use a counter. I don't use these every day, so I usually don't remember them. Alright, so counter reset. This will probably allow me to actually make this experiment work. So var red, and now we will replace this down here with variable. Wrap it up like this, and it should work. Oops, wrong tab. There, it does work. Good. So now, if my theory is correct, we can have counter reset VW and then I can have another variable and if I put that here, var VWD it's coming out to 0 currently, but let's see what happens when I resize this. Alright, remains at 0. Interesting. Sets one or more names of counters, each followed by Alright. This experiment may not work, but it would be really cool if it did. Just have to change the music, by the way, because this playlist is nearly done. Alright, let me try something here. I'm gonna print instead VWD down here and see what that says. Still says 0. Interesting. Well, then again, just having it print 100 view width is probably not the wisest thing. So I wonder if I do what I'm doing in red already. Test will be calc 100 view width minus